Hey, everyone. Oh, man, look at all those amazing people there in the chat. Oh, man. Oh, it's been an interesting weekend. It really, really has. Um, how is everybody doing? Hey, everyone, and to anybody who is new here, I am JL, and welcome to my live stream, Bridge the Divide. Oh, let's see. Before we dive into the stuff that I wanted to chat about today with all of y'all, let's see how everybody's doing. This is the first live stream of the new year, so my first one in 2022. So I'm pretty excited. Kicking off a whole brand new year. Hope we set a good tone. I hope everybody's year goes amazingly, and all the success and everything. I know things are insane out there right now with what's going on with the log allergy and all the craziness, but I hope everybody is safe, healthy, happy, and I wish nothing but success for this new year. But I guess it'll be what it is. Hopefully 2022 won't try to one up 2021. Let's see who's in the chat before we jump to stuff, because we got some interesting stuff to chat about. Let's see. Nimrod, good to see you. Says hello, everybody. Hello to you, Nimrod. Good to see you. Captain Welshie's in the house. Good to see you, Captain Welshie. Thank you so much for being here. Mark Short's in the house. Wave to you, sir. Good to see you, Mark Short. All right. Mark Short says, set out a search party. Jail is MIA. I saw that was 15 minutes before going live, but I am here. I'm here and I am alive. I survived yesterday. But thank you for being here, Mark Short. Let's see. Yes, that's right. That's right. Satan will let anything happen to an atheist. We are doing the Dark Lord's work. Oh, Clive Wells, good to see you. Yes, with Ghosts and Angry Santas. We will discuss Angry Santa here in just a little bit. Good to see you. Sean Alexander, a member of the Godless Army. Good to see you, Sean. Hello, fellow heathen. And Stephen Cup of Reason, another member of the Godless Army. Good to see you, Stephen Cup of Reason. Good to chat with you last night at post. I think it was during Johnny's birthday stream. That was a lot of fun. And Clive Wells says it wasn't helped by the different volumes for JL and Eric. Then Eric would not debate. He just overtalked JL. The moderation could have been better. But it must be difficult when one of the debaters is intent on not letting the other talk. Agreed, Clive Wells. There was a lot. There were some issues there that I tried to make everybody aware of. But we'll dive into that, and we'll get into it, because that debate is one of the big topics that I want to address today. Not only whatever issues with the debate, but some missteps that I personally made when going back over my work, and just kind of like, how can I improve? Trying to realize that I misspoke on a couple of the things. And I want to clarify those because I'm not about I don't want to put bad information out there, and I don't want people taking that bad information to other places. So I need to kind of recorrect on a couple of things I said that I actually misspoke on, because unfortunately, it was my fault in the speed of my presentation. I could have worded things better, and I should have done it better. But we're going to dive into that here in a minute. Sean Alexander, don't worry. We're going to talk about it. We will talk about it. And let's see. We got who else? And the George said's in the house. Good to see you. And the George said, yo to you, Sean Alexander. All is good, Chief. Well, we were going to dive into it tonight. Turing Test 2, a member of the Godless Army, says hello. Good to see you, Turing Test. And Charlie Welch as well, the only man on the internet you never make a bet with. Good to see you, Charlie Welch. Hope you're doing well. Another member of the Godless Army. Thank you all, my channel members, for your support. I could not continuously do this without your guys' help. So I appreciate you helping my channel grow. You sharing these the content that I make, and showing up here at the live streams. I know your time is valuable, and I appreciate you spending that time with me. It means the world to me. Commander Darklight's in the house. Hey, Chief, good to see you. A member of the Godless Army as well. Thank you so much. There's Charlie Welch with the Crytangelo emojis. Yes, we love those Crytangelo emojis. He's going to be coming up too. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. H. Jasper E's in the house with the Atheist, and you got this. I appreciate that. H. Jasper E, another member of the Godless Army. Good to see you. And the George says, I don't know if I should take credit for my hand in setting a debate up. Eric acted like a petulant child. It was embarrassing. I saw those comments you made on one of those videos that he put up on his channel. I saw those and how he acted there, but we'll dive into that. We'll a little bit. I'll provide a little bit of backstory before going into that whole thing. Some stuff that went on via Facebook and people contacting me about Eric when I had him on my live stream that one time. So we'll dive into it. Alpha K91, member of the Godless Army, good to see you. Says hello, you reprobates and heathens. Hello to you, fellow reprobate and heathen. Good to see you. And God equals the square root of -1 says hello. Hello, God equals. Good to see you. Anthony Vasquez is in the house. Good to see you, Anthony. Thank you so much for being here. And Charlie Wood says, this music makes me picture myself running through a meadow with a broadsword. Why do you think I chose it? Could there be anything better than running through the fields of Elysium with a broadsword? You know, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, baby. Dibs in the house. Thumbs up to you, sir. Good to see you. Keith Newton's in the house. Hello. Cindy Johnson, member of the Godless Army. Good to see you, Cindy. Good evening to you. Clive Wells says, I'm new here. I don't believe you. But thank you, Clive Wells. Always reminding me that ghosts are alternative energy. Robert Caslow is in the house. What's up, my globe-hearted heretics? What's up, fellow heretic? Good to see you. Marcus Dresden's in the house. Good to see you, sir. And Genfig Creations, hello. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And yes, P. Barnes for president. Damn straight. Let's get that up there. That's my little reminder of P. Barnes for president. And Jack Bird says, hit the like button, you disloyal heathens. Well, I appreciate that, Jack. Thank you very much. It was funny because actually I invited Johnny to come up on the chat, and I by accident, maybe it was a happy accident, I sent a link to join the stream to Jack, because Jack has been an amazing supporter of this channel, an amazing supporter of me. He's helped me with a lot of my argumentation and learning. He's just been instrumental as predominantly via Discord. And Jack is a great dude. And, of course, we both love Jack Burton, as you can tell. He's up there on my wall right there. So, Jack Burton, good to see you. Who else we got? Stevie Caprese says, I hope this year will be the year I finally crack 1K. I have no doubt that you can do it, sir. We all plateau a little bit on our channels, but I have no doubt you will crack 1K this year. No problem. 2022 is the year we all just smash it. Sir Little Wolf is in the house. Aru to you, member of the Godless Army. Thank you so much. Keith Newton, good to see you. Hail Santa. Hail Sagan. Wrote in no last name. Gabba Gabba to you. No, you cannot cross-examine me right now, but maybe later when I get done speaking. I appreciate that. Mr. Malort's in the house, all the way from Chicago. Good to see you, Mr. Malort. I recognize that smoky smell anywhere. Good to see you, sir. Yes, Jen Fig, Eric was giving me a headache as well, as you could probably tell by my expressions. But we will definitely dive into that. Oh, let me see. Action Squad's in the house. Good to see you. It says, to be fair, SE was too sleepy to moderate at the beginning. It was a little off, I think. I think taking a nap, a power nap like that can sometimes backfire. I think that's what happened there, is that he slipped into a power nap and then woke up and was like, I've done it myself, usually before work. Gosh of Heckfire's in the house. Good to see you, Gosh of Heckfire, you beautiful person. So glad that you're here. Stellarium Celestia, another member of the Godless Army. Good, thank you for being here, Stellarium. Good to see you. I think Facty's in the house. Howdy to you, John Rapp. Everybody give John Rapp the customary John Rapp. John Rapp, hello. Good morning to you. Yeah. Oh, even to me, JL. I appreciate that. Good to see you. Live long and prosper. Microraptor's in the house. Good to see you, Microraptor. Thank you so much for being here. And I think I saw it. Skeptic Dank, another member of the Godless Army. Creation of Santa filled 7 of my bingo boxes. Oh, yes, we did have that bingo idea, the Creationist bingo card idea. So, yeah, he hit a lot of them. In fact, he says, I couldn't watch that debate. I hate that guy. Yeah, he's pretty much trash. This way. Melody Joy is in the house. Good to see you, Melody Joy. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, heretics. And Marcus Dresden, if I didn't say hello, there's a bunch of people, but good to see you, Marcus Dresden. Thank you so much for being here. And I think, holy shit, Crafty Keela is in the house, popping in before bed. Well, thank you, Crafty Keela. I am so glad I am the last face you will see before you go to sleep. That just warms my heart. Good to see you, Crafty Keela. Thank you so much for being here. And I think I caught everybody. Did I get everybody? Yeah, I think I did. All right. Oh, you're very welcome, Alpha K91. I hope you enjoy that box set of Tremors. We try to give away the best trivia stuff on our episodes of Week in Horror. We had a really, really good one, so I'm glad that you enjoyed that. It's a fun series. I really love going back and just visiting it. So, Crafty Keela, that's slightly disturbing to think about. Hey, there are worse faces you could see. It could be like Eric's face. But man, so good to see everybody. Anthony Vasquez says, I tried to get through the debate, but that guy made my brain hurt. Okay, so the big topic is the debate that I had on the SE Tune show. So I know a lot of you were there, a lot of you were in the chat, and some people just heard. Some people heard about it because I know that a lot of the followers of my channel are in Europe and further. East. So it was a little bit late for y'all, but because it was 7 p.m. our time. Anyway, so I went in and if you're familiar, you've been watching the channel, you know that I had Eric on the channel during a live stream just to talk with. He contacted me via Facebook when I was in a couple of creationist groups and just being like, hey, if anybody wants to come on my channel and talk and just, random invites, talk to creationists about what they believe and why they believe. And he was one of them. He seemed really, really cool when he was messaging me. It wasn't overly extreme. Hey, Fred Bailey, good to see you. Thank you for being here. It was pretty grim. And yes, Johnny did go live during the debate, but that it was pretty much pre-scheduled. There's not much that we could do. So I talked with Eric beforehand, and Eric seemed pretty cool, and I brought him on the channel. That obviously turned into a shit show. So that little conversation, he wouldn't let me respond to his questions. It was almost like he was operating from a script. He expects particular answers. He doesn't start getting them immediately. He'll just cut you off and start over talking you. I had to mute him several times. So it just turned into absurd. Eventually I had to kick him off my channel. So, because he was just out of control. Then I get a message not 20 minutes later from someone else who happened to catch the debate or catch that live stream. Hey, Lucas. No, you're not late. We're just chatting. But thank you for being here, bud. So I get a message like 20 minutes later from another dude who's let me know. It's like, hey, I'm also in a number of these groups, and Eric always behaves like this. This is what he always does. He gets into a conversation. It turns, he starts over talking people. He starts like just going off, rejecting people's answers outright, not letting people, explain anything. And it always turns into a dumpster fire. And then he just, and then they eventually have to kick him out because he behaves this way. That this is a pattern of behavior on behalf of Eric Jewell. So then I get another message from another person saying virtually the exact same thing. It's like, but this one was a little bit more, a little bit angry. I guess it's like, why would you host that dude? Don't you know who he is? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, now I know who he is. John Fabiano, good to see you. Says, hey, JL. Hey, you, John. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. So I learned all this stuff after the fact, after I had him on. And good night, Crafty. Have a good night. Get some rest. Glad I caught that little stream of yours. You talk about non-sec. We talked about the non-sec, the new non-sequitur show. I actually went back and I watched that vid, and I am deeply unimpressed. I'll just say that. Not just about Steve, but some decisions that have been made, some aesthetic choices, and just some behavior. Yeah, not impressed. A waste of an opportunity, waste of years of expectation. Of what was going to happen with the non sequitur show. So yeah, we can dive into that a little bit. So I'm getting all this information about Eric after the fact, and I'm like, okay, so apparently I know this about him. Anyway, so flash forward, supposed to have a debate. Nephilim Free throws the gauntlet. The Nephilim Free runs away because he just won't agree to any kind of format. He thinks single podium Oxford style is inappropriate because we've seen his behavior when it's not single podium Oxford style, where one person talks at a time. And we had seen that, given his behavior on MDD, the fact that MDD has banned him from appearing on MDD anymore. Even James won't tolerate his bullshit. So we said, okay, well, how about this to keep it from descending into a dumpster fire? And Nephilim Free was like, no, you guys, I posted the emails. You guys have seen those. So, so Nephilim ran away. Anyway, Otangelo was next. Otangelo did basically was going to do the same stuff. And then he got kind of exposed in a conversation for basically being a bad faith interlocutor. And it's really hard for me to justify debating someone who I know is debating in bad faith. I know that there could be benefits that come from it. I know that there could be exposing that bad faith position and showing this, but everybody already knows this about Otangelo. And he's already demonstrated he's been a liar. It's been proven he is a liar in the live chats. The live chats you guys have done way more work than I have in pulling up the information that Otangelo operates from and showing that he is full of shit. That he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's making he's making bad inferences and bad analogies and taking people's work out of context. This has already been demonstrated. We know this to be a fact. You guys you in the live chat, y'all even called him out while we were chatting, while me and PhD Tony were chatting with him exposed him in, like claiming that the world is 6,000 years old and then turning around and citing a paper that would say minimum the Earth was 10,000 years old. And then just all kinds of crap. So, yeah. So Otangelo got exposed for his bad faith position. I'm pretty sure that Jack Burton was in there at the same time. Hey, Beach 8, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. So Otangelo, when I pressed him to that, he said, "No, I'm out of here. I'm not going to debate you on anything anymore." And it was funny because not 20 minutes ago, not like 30 minutes ago, Otangelo tried to do it again. So Otangelo flat out told me, "I'm not going to debate you on anything ever again." So then Otangelo messaged me, or he came into counter apologetics and waited, was hovering for a minute. It was weird. And then decided he wanted to press me on something that occurred during the debate, something that I said during the debate. One of the things, and I'll give him the credit on this, he pointed out something that I did misspeak on. It was a misstatement that I made, and it was an error in my presentation. And he was right. I did misspeak, and I will address that. And I actually misspoke twice. There are two things I said. One thing I caught on my own, and it was another person who commented on it, pointed it out to me. It was like, "Hey, you misspoke here." And I was like, "Holy crap, you're right. I did misspeak. I should have clarified that. That's my bad." 2 times I misspoke, and I will give Otangelo this credit. He did point it out. It led to other bad stuff, but he was correct because what he tried to correct me on was incorrect. So I will give him at least that little bit of credit. It's good to be pointed out when you're wrong. And I don't assume I try not to assume that I'm right on everything I'm saying. I'm glad to have my mistakes pointed out to me so that way I can correct them and not make the same mistakes. So that was with Otangelo. So now we went into the debate. And I know a lot of you were present. A lot of you saw it. Before the debate, I had a chat with MC Toon, and I know what MC Toon and Shortager's Cat and FTFE and everybody, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes of that show. A lot of people who try to make that show really excellent. Hey, Aaron Reese, another member of the Godless Army. Good to see you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. So we definitely wanted to comport ourselves in a very professional fashion. That was what was important. And they wanted to ensure that Eric left the debate, describing it as a good experience. And I told them I will comport myself as I always comport myself in this debate setting. I will do my best to do this. I will remain calm, keep breathing, focus. Remember that you're debating for the audience, not to your opponent. That whole kind of thing. And I gave him the heads up. That this guy gets out of control. He got out of control on my channel. Other people have said he does this other places, in Facebook groups and other places. He lost his YouTube channel because of this behavior, because of hate speech. So what are you going to do? So we were all prepared going in. And he showed up. Eric showed up, did his thing. He was using the reason his audio was so bad was because he was using the built-in mic on a Chromebook, and his system is just not set up. His excuse was that he recently had lost a bunch of equipment, and that it was all messed up, or I guess it was either stolen or he just lost it. I'm not sure, but he had a bunch of excuses as to why his system was crap and why he sounded like crap. Anyway, we tried to do some adjustments, try to make it work, and I guess that was the best. The rest of that's on the production, and they did what they could with what they had, with what they could work with. And then, of course, everyone saw his problematic debate style. Was pretty much what it was. So going through it before diving into that and getting your guys' take on it. Let me see what people are saying here. Jack Burton says, Otangelo basically admitted to jail in Discord that he doesn't apply the same level of scrutiny for theists that he does for atheists. Agreed. He has different levels. That's a break. That was what I pointed out to him. The break-in is, or the double standard. The double standard that he applies to both, because in his eyes, theists believe in Jesus and they accept Jesus' message, so they get a pass for believing in evolution, accepting the evidence for abiogenesis and the age of the earth and all this stuff. They don't get debated. He doesn't debate them because they're already Christians, so they get a pass for believing stuff that he thinks is demonstrably wrong. And yet, so he only goes after atheists because they're atheists. That's bad faith. That's a dishonest position. So, meh. I can't justify that in a debate. I cannot justify going after that. There's no point. If I sit there as an interlocutor, I know that's what he's doing. I am condoning bad faith performance, bad faith. And I can't do that, for the sake of debate, for the sake of the host, for the sake of the audience. I can't justify that. I just can't. It's personal. It's a personal thing for me. I just cannot justify engaging with someone who's doing it from a bad faith position. I will happily debate him on the existence of God, the historicity of the Bible, whatever. If he wants to try and justify one hermeneutic over another, I got no problem with any of that either. I'll debate him all day on those because at least I know he's honest with those. He legitimately believes it. He'd be an honest interlocutor. And I know the Bible better than he does. So, but we'll see what happens. Alpha K91 says, it says, shit like that ruins your appetite. The other will ruin your life. I admire the people that do video forensics on child exploitation. Oh, whoa, that's another conversation. I don't know what that was about. I'm jumping into the middle of something. Action Squad said, Tangelo's like those over-eager first-year university students who read everything and just puke it all out during lectures, impressing no one. Agreed, pretty much. And yes, John Alexander, a Chromebook. He was running on a Chromebook. So, Jack Burton says, same behavior we all see in most forums when someone can't concede an obvious point. Kill screen or suicide by mod. This is true. Oh, Alien X Gaming's in the house. Yo, Alien X. Good to see you, good sir. All right. And thank you for being here. And let me see here. Anthony Vax says, how sad for him. Only wanted to help society, but ugly just killed. That's got to be something else. Says, Robert, what does that have to do with this live stream? I don't know if Robert is asking me. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I don't know. There might be another conversation going on. Oh, John Rapp, thank you so much for the super chat for $2 from John Rapp. Says cross-examination does not equal interrupting and over-talking. This is true. Very, very true. It does not equal that. Thank you, John Rapp, for the super chat. I appreciate that. And Stephen Caparese says, Eric did nothing more than prove to us that he has no clue about the scientific method. Everything he said was 100% biased toward a cherry-pick quote by Mary Schweitzer. And that's true. He was cherry-picking that, and Mary Schweitzer herself, just like Stephen Jay Gould before her, has come out and said, like Stephen Jay Gould was talking about, like punctuated equilibrium is not proof of creation, okay? Punctuated equilibrium is not proof of that. And Mary Schweitzer's like, stop taking this finding and interpreting it as a creationist model. I've never heard her say that she is a creationist or a young Earth creationist or an old Earth creationist. I've never heard her comment on any of that. But she herself has never disputed and said, this dinosaur is not 66 million years old. She said these findings were found, what we found was in a 66 million year old fossil. So I've never found a paper or any article that says that she has disputed the age of the fossil she was working with. So Robert Castle, punctuated equilibrium is kind of like a jerky model of evolution where essentially the theory is that when a species enters the fossil record, it will then incur like no real change, no morphological change for an extended period of time. And that area of time is called stasis, where it pretty much enter into a stasis. And then it will eventually go extinct. And that evolution occurs, those morphological changes occur in jerky or spasmodic events that are relatively rare. And what this is based on, it helps to explain the lack of transitional fossils that we see amongst species. And it's usually contrasted against phyletic gradualism, where that's the one that we all acknowledge is that the slow change over generations that we see. So if I were to diagram them out, which I think I did, but if I were to diagram them out, punctuated equilibrium is kind of like boom, like steps on a ladder, whereas phyletic gradualism is like a Y or like a tree. So jerky, stellarium. So two, I can tell you that MC Toon is not did not want the dumpster fire. That was not what he was shooting for. The goal of that was to have a clean, concise debate, friendly debate, or like spirited discourse. That was not that. What that turned into was not what MC2 was looking for. Unfortunately, I can only kind of sit back and say, thankfully, it wasn't my fault. So it wasn't me. So Mr. E-Man, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And I saw AJ, good to see you. AJ Heeb, thank you so much for being here. So, and yeah, he was going on about the falsification, and there was all kinds of problems here. But going on to the errors that I made. So there were two things that I said that were wrong. One, in my Russian, I'm actually going to pull up. I don't think I need to share it, but I do save all of my materials. The things I said, actually, no, that's the PowerPoint. I need to pull up the presentation. Okay, so the things I said wrong. There was one thing in my presentation I said wrong, and that was what DNA is composed of. And so the spontaneous formation of RNA is something that has been documented. The paper that I cited that from is in my citations. Naturally bonding amino acids to form DNA. That I misspoke on. DNA is not composed of amino acids. So DNA is composed of nucleotides. And that was a misspeak because I was referring to that the bonding, the rungs in the DNA chain that you see, that those hydrogen bonds, that bonding happens naturally, that we have seen it occurring naturally with no intervention. That's a natural process. So we know that the formation of DNA is can naturally form by itself. It doesn't require an intervention. That if the circumstances are correct, these things occur naturally. That was a misspeak on my behalf, and I apologize for that. I should have clarified that. And then, of course, the presence that all basic elements for life, that we are composed of, they all exist on the planet. So that's another thing. But the other thing that I misspoke on, so I apologize for that. I screwed up on that one. And the other one I messed up on was I lumped porphyrins in with collagen. Collagen is a protein. Porphyrins are not, but I lumped the two of them together. But even though they are not proteins, or they're not both proteins, because collagen is a protein, they both polymerize, and that's what Mary Schweitzer found. That's what I was trying to describe through that. So I incorrectly asserted what porphyrins were. I wrapped them up in proteins. They're not. So I thank you to the TT, I think was the commenter who pointed it out to me, and I appreciate you pointing it out. So there were two big issues with my presentation that I wanted to make sure that I corrected. So, and of course, if anybody else finds anything else that I misspoke on, I'm more than happy to hear what you have to say, or just point it out to me, and I will correct it, make sure that I never make the same mistake again. So I do apologize. I will learn from those, but I appreciate that. That's that feedback that I want, because I can't get better if I don't get that feedback. And y'all are amazing at giving me that feedback. So I really, truly appreciate that. Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, yes. And like I said, I give credit to Otangelo for pointing out the DNA one. So at least he was paying attention on that one. Yeah, it was TT Guy. Thank you, Captain Welshie. So yeah, that was pretty much it. So as the debate goes, he focused on two things. He focused on Mary Schweitzer, on basically misquoting Mary Schweitzer and misrepresenting her work. And assuming that evolution had never been falsified. Like, there was this big falsification issue that he had. And I actually put in the description when I mirrored it over to my channel, the debate over to my channel. Where is it at? Let me go to my channel. And let me see. So yeah, I mirrored it over here, and I put the link in the description for the DOI that refuted what he said. So there was a link to a DOI, and I pulled it up. Unfortunately, this is unfortunately one of those scholarly articles that is blocked, that is literally held behind a paywall, which is really, really annoying, because I, like Aaron Schwartz before me and many people before me, I agree that information like this should be free. It should not be hidden behind paywalls. So I kind of stand in solidarity with Aaron Schwartz and what he gave his life for. That's a whole nother topic of conversation, what happened with Aaron Schwartz. But I stand with that kind of idea. But I can do this, share screen, Chrome tab, and bam. So this is what was shared to us this was shared to both me and to Eric. So Eric got a copy of this, and I got a copy of this, and he just straight up dismissed this. And the important thing is in the abstract. So, oh, yes, Marcus Dresden, Thompson is trash. You are correct. Nathan Thompson is garbage. Let me see. I think I saw. Did I see somebody new pop in? I apologize if I missed you. I'd say hello. So if I miss you, Keith Newton. Tomorrow is Monday. That's true. So let me see here. Looking at this, can the theory of evolution be falsified? So this was Paul A.M. Van Dongen and Joe M.H. Vossen. It was published March of 1984. This is an old article. This goes back. But in the abstract, it essentially says, in this paper, we discuss the epistemological positions of evolution theories. And in essence, I think the important part was this. We conclude that the theory of common descent is an easily falsifiable and often tested and still not falsified theory, which is the strongest predicate of a theory in an empirical science, and empirical science can obtain. Theories intended as causal explanations of evolution can be falsified essentially, and Lamarck's theory has been falsified actually. Several elements of Darwin's theory have been modified or falsified. New versions of a theory of evolution by natural selection are now the leading scientific theories on evolution. We have argued that the theory of common descent and Darwinism are ordinary falsifiable scientific theories. Done. This was pretty much it. And then, of course, unfortunately, I think the things they point out, for instance, phylogenetic trees have been validated. The observed order in fossils of new species discovered since Darwin's time can be predicted from a theory of common descent. Owing to the theory of common descent, the degrees of similarity and difference in newly discovered properties of more or less related species could be predicted. Such observations can be regarded as attempts to falsify the theory of common descent. Boom. And so that was the important thing. So that paper straight up refuted everything, his whole falsification thing. That's done. Dongle. Charlie Welch. So yeah. So his whole thing, I want for you falsification. There you go. That was it. The DOI explained it. I didn't bring that DOI. I didn't even know to cite it. I didn't bring it with me, but it's cited now in the description of that video. I think Clive Wells, I think JL is living in the past. Well, today is Sunday, right? My sleep hours are a little weird. No, today's Sunday. I know today's Sunday because I had the breakdown with the boys for Week in Horror. We do that every Sunday, 8 o'clock, where we break down the upcoming episode. It is Monday already. Well, John Rabbit's Monday for you, stupid ball earth. Anyway, so that paper right there refutes everything that Eric was saying about Eric was demanding about falsification. That DOI proved it. I want to thank whoever sent that to MC Toon. I appreciate that. I now have that as part of my citations, my collection of citations. And I boom. The reason I didn't bring it is because I was under the assumption, which is I assumed, makes an ass out of me. But I assumed that Eric knew the basics of why a thing is called a theory, that it's been through this process. So that was my bad. I thought he knew I thought he was going to say it's not a theory because of this, but he didn't. He said, I don't care that they call it a theory. And that paper pretty much breaks down why. So that paper is linked in the description, so you can check it out and find it out and grab it for yourself. But I want to make sure that was up there, and I want to make sure there's a record. There's a record of me, saying this is where I screwed up. And then, of course, the whole thing with Mary Schweitzer, who herself does not agree with creationists glomming onto her work, just like Stephen Jay Gould and his partner. It was Niles Eldredge. Niles Eldredge and Stephen Jay Gould don't really like creationists glomming onto punctuated equilibrium, saying that it's proof for creationism. So, yeah, it's just bad stuff. And of course, I have if you saw my latest video where I broke down Kyle Butt's failure to explain, I know it was a bit on the long side. That video explains all that stuff. The stuff from Niles, from Eldredge and Gould and Mark Ridley and a number of other excellent paleontologists, evolutionary biologists, microbiologists. And so that was pretty much it. So y'all saw the debate. Like I said, any feedback you have on my presentation is always desired. Anything I could have done better. Done better on my presentation. Excellent to hear, UKPI. Good to see you. Another member of the Godless Army says my T-shirt arrived. Bridge the Divide. Thanks, man. My pleasure. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I do like those shirts. I also like the other shirt, which is a little bit more trolly, but I do dig that shirt. So I guess on that matter, that debate, it did kind of turn into a dumpster fire. I know that's not what MC Toon wanted. And I had my party takes two to tango. Can be a dumpster fire if it's just one person. So I tried not to push too hard. A couple of people said that I was too nice and I was too charitable to. I was not too nice and too charitable to Eric. Maybe I was. I don't know. I was trying to keep in line with not being, don't be a dick and don't just explode on him. Although I did at one point when I brought up point mutations and I realized I was kind of losing my temper when I was kind of like, no, I was like, I think of what was the moment. You talked a lot. It's time for me to stop. So yeah. Yeah, I could have not. Okay, so Charlie Welch, good point. I could have not laughed so hard. There were some things he said in there that were just so ridiculously dumb. I just laughed on reflex. I should have stifled that. I know I was successful in stifling it a couple of times, but there were a couple of times where I just bust out laughing because it was just so deliberately ignorant, the crap that he was saying. So, yeah. And trying to get a word in. MFlow 786, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. If I didn't catch you earlier, I apologize, but I see you now. I see you right there. I see you. You're right there. But yeah, I should have stifled it a little bit. Okie Rain says, laugh harder. I don't know if I could in some of the things that he said. Just like, it was Draco Fire. Draco Fire was the man dropping the questions that he dropped and essentially getting Eric to admit admit what evolution was without calling it evolution. That was probably the highlight of the debate. The highlight was him describing the process of evolution and calling it, basically saying it, things happened, is what Eric called it. Well, things happened. Those things happening is what it's called, evolution. So yeah, Eric, completely dishonest. He knows he got caught. He knows he got slammed up. And there's record of that. I don't think Eric's going to be a problem on YouTube. I don't think so. He's got his 33 subscribers. He can go cry to them that, the fact that he thinks that and the George said and me and, like me and Toon and Fight the Flat Earth and Schrodinger's Cat were all members of Nemesis. Did anybody catch that? That we're all members of Nemesis? So what is this? There's a vote going on. Yes, hashtag things happen, Clive Wells. Damn straight. I heard that is the motto at CERN. I can't even. John Rapp says, vote in the chat, please. JL's debate style, more mongrel, vote 1. Stay the same, gentlemen, vote 2. I'm curious what people say. Robert Castle, 1, more mongrel. Turing test says 2, more gentlemanly. Oh, yes, sir, bully. But yes, he said that we were all members of Nemesis. I wasn't even aware of what Nemesis was. Fight the Flat Earth had to inform me as to what Nemesis actually was. And Nemesis is apparently a Facebook group that I'm not even 100% sure what they do. But let me see. So I'm not even sure exactly what Nemesis does. This all looks like the Nemesis Group LLC. No, that's full service investigation, litigation support. Nemesis Group, that's fashion models, consulting agency. I'm not even sure. Nemesis Music Group. I honestly have no idea. Nemesis Science? I heard there was something about science there. Bros, no. Nemesis education website, a companion page for a group of the same name. We expose pseudoscience, and we're not always nice about it. Okay, I found it. So let's do this. This is the first time, so I'm hunting down Nemesis like I'm fucking Jill Valentine. Let me see here. So this is Nemesis. Okay, so that's their group, is Nemesis. Let me see here. Derps at Derp Slayers. That's awesome. That's fantastic. I am not a member of this page. As you can see, visit group. I haven't even liked it yet. I'm not a member, so, but I did see that Irish Demon liked it. Irish Demon has liked it, but I don't know if he's a member either. Stars, yeah, I love Resident Evil. So, although I haven't seen the new one yet, no spoilers. This is a Nemesis public page, our way of communicating with you, the outside world. Like Pixis, if you don't find us, we find you. Kind of like the A-Team. Oh, lol. They don't find you don't find them, they find you. That's hilarious. So it looks like, yeah, it's a science proponent attacking pseudoscience. Interesting. Cool. Oh, that's a good point. Like stuff like this. Go to a cemetery, see all the baby graves there from before the 50s and 60s, then hardly any. That's when people started vaccinating their kids. If you are unsure, the answer is literally written in stone. Good point. Very good point. All right. What's that mark on your arm? My smallpox vaccine scar. Why don't I have one? Because it worked. They look like a cool group. Okay, I may have to check them out. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time checking. But anyway, apparently, we are all members of Nemesis. So that was the yes, Aaron Reese. You don't hunt Nemesis. Nemesis hunts you. And he has rocket launchers. He does. J Mike is in the house. Hey, J Mike. I have so much respect for this cat and the work that he does. I hope one day to be as to be up there, to have the kind of like widespread effect that J Mike has, and the other people that work around J Mike. That's my goal. It's one of my big goals. It's such an honor to have you here, J Mike. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, man. And everything that you do. And we've had some amazing conversations in some really cool, not a lot because I haven't run into a bunch, but some really cool conversations in Discord. J Mike's a really good dude. Let me see. John Rapp says, result, more mongrel wins, followed by 69. Very true. Oh, yeah. So, So apparently, okay, Lucas says, I'm in the Nemesis group. It's not anything but anti-pseudoscience. Okay, cool. That's a good thing. So, so Eric Jewell thought that all of us were members of Nemesis and that we were deliberately targeting him and stifling him and shutting him down. I said in my intro, and imagine how effective my intro would have gone had the pro position gone first, which I honestly think is the way it's supposed to be. I think the pro position is supposed to go first in a debate. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. There may be a difference. I don't know, but I thought pro position went first. Maybe he went first because he was the guest. I'm not sure, but I could have sworn the pro position was supposed to go first. But nonetheless, I pointed that out in my intro presentation. Yeah, you're wrong. Yeah, like it's going to be, you can't do that. Say conspiracy theory or or begging the question. Show us how the evidence concludes this without begging the question or resorting to conspiracy theory. Like it's Satan's way of trying to get God out of schools, crap like that. So Little Wolf, they told me this tattoo was a red and white roulette wheel. Umbrella Corporation. Our business is life itself. So Robert Kaiser says, has Nemesis had a role in Eric getting banned off of sites and social media? I don't know. Maybe. Possible. I honestly don't know. Eric was pretty garbage. Let me see. Let me back it out over to here. And I got to go to... I just want to check this out. Let me go here, and I'm curious about something. Share. No, not video file. Sometimes I click too fast. From tab. There we go. So this was... Yeah, so this was that. This was the debate. And let me see here. And what got me the most. I don't even know if y'all can hear that. Can you all hear that? Oh, yeah, it should be. If y'all can hear that, let me know. Sydney Winston, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And Renee, good to see you. Just thanks for the non-notification, YouTube. Yeah, stupid YouTube. YouTube's killing us these days. I swear. You know, it's just a pain in the tail. No sound. Oh, that's my bad. Hang on a sec. That's my bad. I think it's the settings. Share screen, Chrome tab, share tab audio. There we go. Share that.
Of a hypothesis. Then we separate science from fantasy by way of the falsification process. Now, this testing should potentially have the ability to prove the hypothesis wrong.
Y'all able to hear that? There we go. Is that good? Okay, cool. M-Flow says there we go. Okay. So yeah, this is just him misstating that. But what I wanted to jump to, there's my my presentation where I went through, and then of course there was the let me see here. That was the article that was presented that was basically out of Berkeley that explained. Yeah, okay. It was Elizabeth Boatman at the University of Wisconsin Stout used infrared and X-ray imaging. It's really, really intensive stuff. But I think the link for that was also in my citations. And that was basically explaining how they were able to procure this stuff, like the mechanistic process as to how that occurred. But when we went into the cross exam, that was just
yeah, I'm asking him what is a falsification process.
But you did. He got 3 words in, and you cut him off.
He's saying I don't understand. Okay, I'm proving that that's not true. He's the one that doesn't understand. So, what is the falsification process,
Eric? When you go through the scientific method, okay, when you're going through the methodology,
what is the falsification process?
Falsification is a part of the experimental process.
And what is it?
It's when you can show how the situation is not to be true.
No, okay? Falsification is the attempt to prove your hypothesis is untrue. It has to potentially be able to prove your hypothesis untrue.
Eric.
So how is it unfair to ask you for the falsification process that your hypothesis?
If I can answer the question, please.
This is the question. Yeah. How is it unfair of me to ask you for the falsification process things went through?
Eric, please extend.
So yeah, that was kind of the cross-examination. It just kept going, hey, that was pretty much what was going on there. And yeah. Look at that. He's in the chat. Look at his face in the debate. Yeah, or he's in the live chat. There he is. Yeah, Hot Topics Debate and Discussion is actually in the chat right now. So Santa false, maybe Santa fraud. I agree, Aaron Reese. Says, look at his face in the debate. He knew his ass was cooked. No, that was me being annoyed with you interrupting me, Eric. Right. Yeah, this guy is garbage. Totally garbage. But what I wanted to show, and I'm glad he's here because I wanted to jump to this.
And producing fertile offspring.
Yeah, we don't see any human hamster hybrids running around. So
that's a good.
We would assume that.
That's a good thing. They would be adorable.
Or terrifying.
Yeah.
Depending upon morphology.
Exactly. All right.
There's this wonderful moment. I love that little hamster.
You've spoken plenty. You've spoken plenty, sir.
Eric? No, we can't do this. We can't do
Eric,
this.
You've spoken plenty. Do you understand what point mutations do?
He doesn't.
Do you know what silent mutations and nonsense mutations? Do you know what these are?
No,
and how
he
they contribute new genetic information to a population?
He doesn't.
Resulting in phylogenetic changes? Question. Do you understand this?
No, he does. Look at that. They'll say, look, there's a look on a face. You want to look on a face? That's a look on a face. I just asked him a straight up question. Do you understand what point mutations are? And he does not. He does not have a fucking clue. He doesn't have a clue what they are. And there are even more than that. There's more than just like silent mutations or nonsense mutations. Okay? And they take different, and they present in different ways. Mutations come in so many different varieties. It's insane. And they do contribute new information. to that. I mean, that was a big point. When I was preparing for the Nephilim free debate, I dived into the whole big thing of that. Where was it at? So it was in refuting what Nephilim Free was saying, because Nephilim Free doesn't understand point mutations either. Yeah, Eric. Yeah, you're right, Captain Walsh. Eric should learn to shut the f up. To STFU. That's right. But yeah, doesn't he? So Eric, what Eric doesn't understand is Eric doesn't understand the entire role of genetic drift in the process of evolution. He left it, and he never addresses point mutations, because unlike gene duplications that increase the overall length of a genome, point mutations act as edits. They're like just where it's a single change in a DNA or RNA sequence that only affects a single nucleotide, like a C to a T. The mutations can be passed from parent to child. And though point mutations don't increase the total amount of information for an individual genome like gene duplication does, the point mutations do increase total amount of information for the population. Okay, they create brand new alleles that can then be replicated. That's it. All right. So, and they're not my pet hypotheses, Eric. You're talking out of your ass. You're literally talking out of your ass. Let's go back to it. Let's describe it. So, and of course, long-term experimental evolution project, has shown that these, all the different point mutations displayed there. And I'm so glad he didn't do it, because I had a feeling that Eric was going to start citing John Sanford and genetic entropy. I so wanted him to go there so I could just eat his lunch, so I could take his lunch money away from him on the debunked and disgraced John Sanford. But no, he decided to go with Craig Venter. Craig Venter is the most influential geneticist. Are you out of your mind, dude? Francis S. Collins is. Francis S. Collins was the head of the Human Genome Project. So whatever, Eric. You literally don't know what you're talking about. But let's get away from that, because I could debunk genetic entropy all fucking day long, and it's fun to do because it's very, very easy, and you can just show how John C. Sanford wasn't an absolute liar. So here we go. Let's stop sharing that because we don't need to look at his dumb face anymore. Let's cloud that out, and let's go to that excellent DOI. Okay. So we're going to share that because we know he's in here. So we're going to share this screen one more time. This is a DOI that was sent to Eric. Eric thanked MC Toon for sharing it to him. Okay? Here it is. Can the theory of evolution be falsified? This was published in 1984. Okay? I was 4 years old. Eric was still older than sand. So in this paper, we discuss the epistemological positions of evolutionary theories. That's the point. This is the abstract. Unfortunately, this is behind a paywall. But the abstract is a breakdown of it, and they just walk you through everything, is essentially what this does. So here you go, Eric, for your elucidation. All right? The theory of common descent permits a large number of predictions of new results that would be improbable without evolution. For instance, phylogenetic trees have been validated now. The preserved order of fossils in new species discovered since Darwin's time could be predicted from the theory of common descent, and owing to the theory of common descent, the degrees of similarity and difference in newly discovered properties of more or less related species could be predicted. Such observations can be regarded as attempts to falsify the theory of common descent. We conclude that the theory of common descent is an easily falsifiable and often tested and still not falsified theory, which is the strongest predicate of a theory in an empirical science can obtain. Okay, that's the point. I didn't bring this. Okay, I didn't bring this because I thought you knew what a scientific theory was. If you knew what a scientific theory was, Eric, no, you didn't, Craig. No, that's not what Craig Venter did. No, he didn't. Common descent has never been falsified. Craig Venter has never done that. I put the video where Craig Venter said his bush of life. I put that video up in my citations. And right after he said that, Richard Dawkins was like, wait, what? Would you say that again? And Craig Venter was like, oh, and he just was this, and then Craig Venter's like a tree, right? So Dawkins called him on that the moment he said it. If you want, that link to that video and the timestamp, I believe it was 11:42 was the timestamp in that. That bad boy proves that you are full of crap, Eric. It's called a phylogenetic tree, you donut. So there you go. This article right here explains how it is falsified. This was shared to you. You not accepting that is willful ignorance. Okay? Oh, and by the way, no, I'm not letting him on the stream. We've already done that. We've already done that shit show. And here goes Otangelo with his copy paste from his blog. So, yep. Oh, let me see here. The DNA replication machinery is not homologous in the 3 domains of life. Really? Viruses are not eukaryotes, and yet viruses have the same DNA. Many viruses have the same DNA replication sequence. They replicate the same way, but they're viruses. Oh, whoops! You're wrong again. Oh, copy pasta from Otangelo as usual, and it's not even his words. He's grabbing stuff from other people. He is so Otangelo is a creationist who lives in Brazil and works in real estate. Okay? That's what he is. He's a creationist who lives in Brazil and works in real estate. He does not work in evolutionary biology. He does not have any degree in any of these fields, not in evolutionary biology, not in microbiology, not in genetics, none of it. He does not understand what he is talking about. I have admittedly stated I do not have a degree in this, but I have spent many years learning from people who do. Okay? And basically, I'm kind of a repository of that information. I don't copy and paste their shit because I try to understand their stuff, and then I try to put it in a way that other people can understand it. That's it. So I admit it. I'm not an evolutionary biologist because it didn't interest me. Willful ignorance interests me, and why people reject information, reject evidence. That's what interests me, because that's a major problem on this planet. Okay, that's the biggest issue. Forensic psychology. Psychology is what interested me. Why you do the things you do. Why do you reject this information? Why do you choose willingly to be in a slowly but surely, shrinking area, or shrinking field, or I guess a group of Christians that is diminishing over time? It is now around 28 to 30%, where you believe things that other Christians don't. Why? Why would you wantonly choose? Why would you wantonly accept taking a position that creates divide in Christianity, where the other Christians look at you and say, you make us look bad? Other Christians say that to you, Otangelo, but you say you don't care. And you don't debate atheists. You don't debate theists because they've already got the message of God. Those are your words. And all he can do right now is literally is just copy pasta. That's all he's got. That's all he has. The topic, okay, so Otangelo refused to debate me ever again. I showed it in my last video. that Otangelo refused to debate me. I'm kicking myself for not recording it, but Jack Burton was in the chat when that happened, okay? He came in, he ran his mouth, and we started talking about how dishonest and what a liar Otangelo was. Just basically the dishonesty of his position is where it got to. It's like, why do you not debate this against other theists? Why do you not try to convince other theists of your position? Because you don't care. That's it. You don't care. So you just confirmed your bad faith position, Otangelo. Cry more, little boy. And you said you didn't want to debate me. You said you wanted nothing more to do with me. I've got the image on that. I can legit go right to, I save all of my reference materials. Let me see here. Where did it go? Oh, God, I got so many of these things. Evolution point debunk. Evolution point debunk. And where's the Otangelo image? Probably because it's all in alphabetical order. So Otangelo cry. Otangelo. Here we go. So we will do this. Share screen. I'm doing a whole lot of sharing screen here. Here we go. That's it right there, Chief. And this message was from MC Toon. This message was from MC Toon to Otangelo. Hello, JL Warren said you were interested in debating him. Not anymore. If you know someone else that wants to debate about origins, theism, atheism, philosophy, evolution, abiogenesis, the Bible, let me know. Oh no! Apparently, there's some crazy news in there. Bummer. Yes, I called you dishonest because you are dishonest, Angelo. You are straight up dishonest. You are a bad faith interlocutor. Bad faith, which is why. But it doesn't even matter. I still said I would debate you. I told you I would debate you on historicity of the Bible, on philosophy, on Caliban. Good to see you. I would debate you on the existence of God. Okay, I will debate you on any of that stuff because at least I know then you'd at least be somewhat of an honest interlocutor, right? But goddamn right, I'm sharing this message. This message was sent to me. I can share whatever is sent to me. That's part of the evidence, Otangelo. That is the evidence. The evidence is not anymore. If you know someone else that wants to debate about it, but you don't want to debate me, and yet here you are in my fucking live chat, spouting your nonsense, running your mouth about shit you don't understand, when you straight up told MC2 you don't want to deal with me anymore because I pointed out your dishonesty. And yet you chase me. You chase me. Oh, damn it. Okay, so apparently there has been a loss. Yes. Oh, let's do this. And for those who need a pick-me-up, I heard that we're gonna talk about here. I didn't expect that to happen. That's for y'all. So that's for everybody. Feel free to grab that image. But why does nobody ever believe me? Because you're full of shit and you're a liar. So there you go. So yeah, but there's a happy image for you because I know we're about to get into something sad. I know we're about to do that. Anyway, so let's take a look at this. I heard about this, and Dan, we were going to try and have. I'm just okay. I got it. You are destroying your own live stream with your nonsensical accusations. Why don't you address the science? The science was not the topic, Otangelo. Your bad faith position was. That was the topic. That you argue from a bad faith position. How do you reconcile this double standard you have? Because if you were serious about anything you're talking about, which is evident, the arguments you make, they're not even your arguments. You're just copying and pasting shit that you take out of context. If you were legitimately serious about this, you would debate theists and try to convince them. But you don't. You've never debated a theist. Because in your own words, I'm quoting you here, they're already Christians. They already get the message. So let's go. Remember, my field, my personal field, my background, my education is not in natural science. It is in psychology, specifically forensic psychology. So I like to get the heart at why people do the things that they do. Like, for example, Otangelo, why you choose to give Christians a pass and you specifically go after atheists with bad arguments. Like, why do you do this? Why do you target atheists? And then why do you do it with bad arguments of abiogenesis evolution that you have proven, that it's been proven you don't understand? Why don't you just try to convince them that God exists? Why don't you just bring the argument for God to atheists? If you only choose to go after atheists because we're atheists, why don't you just prove to me that God exists? You're never going to convince me a God exists with a bad understanding of abiogenesis and evolution. You're never going to convince me of this because you don't get it. So why don't you just try to convince me that God exists? That would be the honest thing to do, would it not, Otangelo? Otangelo jail. I've never copy pasted anybody. I cite my sources so that people can get the entire paper. I cite my sources. Oh man. And there goes the copy pasting again. Christopher Music Channel, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, your credibility is shot, Otangelo. It's done. I've shown the evidence. I've shown it. Your credibility is finished. Oh, thank you. And once again, he is the man and one of my greatest educational resources. Dr. Clive Wells is the one who sent that article to MC Toon, who sent it to us. And I appreciate that. I have downloaded that PDF. Thank you, Dr. Clive Wells. That's awesome. I have downloaded that PDF, so I will have a copy of it. That's been thank you so much. It was Clive Wells who sent that to us. So yeah, Otangelo is just meh. Otangelo is done, and I see that John Fabiano for $5 freedom dollars says, here's 5 for that. Thank you, good sir. I do appreciate it. I thank you so much for the support. So, your rule, John. Oh, I'm seeing all this news. Otangelo's done. His credibility is shot. I have exposed that he is a dishonest interlocutor. He does not debate from a good faith position. He has a double standard when it comes to Christians, and which means that to Christians and atheists, which means that his arguments regarding abiogenesis and evolution are not important to him. The only thing that's important to him is that there are atheists. That's it. And he still has not addressed, and he still refused to address the lack of mutual exclusivity between these things. Like how an individual like Francis S. Collins, leader in his field, the lead geneticist on the human genome experiment, devout Christian, and director of the National Institutes of Health at Bethesda, the 16th director that appointed by Obama. Not that matters, just that's who appointed him. But how this person can reconcile his faith with the evidence at hand of evolution, abiogenesis, so on and so forth. Why is he able to do it? So here's the question. Does a real estate guy in Brazil who copy pastas other people's work relentlessly and take stuff out of context, which has been demonstrated, understand the field of microbiology, evolution, and abiogenesis better than Francis S. Collins, PhD, medical doctor, and geneticist? And he comes to this conclusion. We have two people, one with wealth of education, coming to this conclusion, and person with no education coming to this conclusion. What do you got? You got nothing, Otangelo. Nothing at all. Ooh, Thunderfoot uploaded. I'll be looking forward to watching that. Sydney Winston, good to see you. Thank you so much. And then of course that's one of Otangelo's backups. It's already been completely debunked. The Chart of Turin's been debunked. The Ark has been debunked. Even the International Creationist group, the ICR, International Creation, or what was it, International Creation Research Society. Even the ICR, which is actually in Dallas. I found that out. I used to live north of Dallas, and it was actually the ICR is in Dallas. They have basically they came out and said in 2018 the Ark has never been found. That's it. So he goes, well, the Ark is real. Even the ICR refutes you. They are a creationist research group. Even they refute you, Otangelo. You're full of shit. All right. So. All right. And I'm guessing Eric left. Yes, because Eric got shredded. Eric got destroyed. Thank you to my live chat for knocking that out of the park and for blocking that Russian bot. I saw that thing pop in there. Thank you for blocking that thing. All right, let's take a look. All right. I just, I didn't want to have to look at this. Oh, so apparently I guess it was announced during my live stream. God, that sucks. So Bob Saget found dead at 65, found in Orlando hotel room 32 minutes ago. That was reported by TMZ 32 minutes ago. I swear, those cats are on the ball. Damn it. That sucks. His stand-up was just knocked down hilarious. If anybody has never seen Bob Saget and his performance in that movie, The Aristocrats, I strongly recommend it. It's so funny. It's so freaking funny. Oh man, this sucks. Let me see here. So, man, I grew up with this guy. That's just terrible. That's just awful. What we got? In a tweet, the sheriff's office and deputies were called to the... How are we getting into tweets? How are the police tweeting? It's just weird to me. Were called to the Ritz-Carlton Orlando for a call about an unresponsive man in a hotel room. The sheriff's office identified the man as Robert Saget, pronouncing him dead at the scene. According to the tweet, there were no signs of foul play or drug use. That's good to know. He was on his comedy tour, I Don't Do Negative tour. No, he was coming through Houston. Oh, he actually came through. Oh, that sucks. He was scheduled for Oklahoma City, February 4th through the 5th. I would have liked to have seen that. Probably would have seen the ads going up for it come February, closer to February. But, man, that sucks. He had stops in Orlando and Friday in Ponte Vedra Beach on Saturday. Dang, that sucks. What a bummer. Bob Saget is gone. We lost another great. They are saying, Anthony Vasquez says they are saying it was drugs. Yeah, it's sad. I thought he was funny. I did. I thought he was really funny. I enjoyed his work. I love that his stand-up was so diametrically different, or it was so different from him on Growing Pain. Was it Growing Pain? No, Full House. It was so different from him on Full House. Let me see here. Bob Saget. What is the star of Full House? Dead at 65. No information on cause of death coming out of TMZ. Weird that TMZ. We would go to TMZ for that. You ever saw? Yes, Charlie Welch from Half Baked. You ever suck some dick for some marijuana? Yeah, I didn't think so. Boo this man! Boo him! Yeah, he was the voice of Ted Mosby. He was the narrator on How I Met Your Mother from 2005 to 2014. Yeah. So apparently, according to, let's see, on January 9th, 2022, Saget, who was staying at the Ritz-Carlton, was found unresponsive by hotel staff. He was pronounced dead upon arrival of emergency responders. No cause of death was immediately available, but there was no foul play or drug use detected at the scene. He had performed a stand-up set in Jacksonville the previous evening. He was 65. Bummer. Yeah, and he had a movie coming out called Killing Daniel. Upcoming American comedy film. No details really about it, but it'll be a posthumous release, unfortunately. But damn, that sucks. That's a bummer. 65 years old. Now you think about it, I'm 41. You got to wonder what the world's going to be like by the time I'm 65. If my genetics let me get that far. But, of course, this is one of the hazards. We're getting older. The people that we grew up with, they were way older than us. We grew up with them. And, like I said, Betty White just went. Bob Saget just went. Yep, and Sir Little Wolf, host of America's Funniest Home Videos. That's true. He was fun. He was a good dude. That sucks. That's a bummer. Oh, well, yeah. Well, rest in peace, Bob Saget. That's a bummer. At least, we'll say this. He doesn't have to deal with any of this bullshit anymore. All that shit's over with. to quote Michael J. Fox from The Frighteners. Bummer. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Oh, yeah, we're all going to go there. We're all on the same bullet train to the same location. The question is what to do with the time that's given to you. Hopefully I'll have a robot helper. That would be cool, John Papiano. I hope I will have a robot helper. That is good. That's right. No one gets that's the point. We are the aristocrats. That's right, Mr. Andre. You're correct. Nobody gets younger. No one gets out of this alive. Yeah. No, apparently they had to yell at him for telling filthy jokes around the kids behind the scenes of Full House. That's amazing. Sydney Winston says, "Oh fuck, I'm 65. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye, B world." But man, it's a shame. That's a bummer. But we have good memories. I have good memories of Bob Saget. Just like I have good so many of the people that I grew up with, especially my number one, the one that hit me the hardest was Robin Williams. Was how amazing Robin Williams was, and both comedians, both I grew up watching both of them. My dad introduced me to Mork and Mindy, and it's my mom introduced me to Full House because she thought it was a wholesome it was a wholesome show. But yeah, it's pretty grew up on these things, and it's a bummer. I'm coming, Elizabeth. Yeah, Sanford and Son. It's a big one. But yeah, it's a bummer. That's a serious bummer. So rest in peace, Bob Saget. Oh yeah. Everybody's blowing me up on it. Johnny just let me know Bob Saget passed away. Yeah. Well, rest in peace. Such a shame. Oh man. So apparently, Eric is like over on his channel. What's he doing? Lucas said Eric's challenging people to the same debate tomorrow on his channel. Why? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Like I said, we've explored why Eric was wrong. We've explained it. Hey, Vesta Frey is in the house. 65 here as well. Just over a month will be 66. Congratulations. Happy early birthday to you. Happy early birthday. And good to see you. Thank you for being here. So, oh yes, Robert Caslow, Mork and Mindy with Jonathan Winters. Hell yes. Absolutely. I love Jonathan Winters. Good stuff. Yeah, so Eric is wrong. And we've already demonstrated why. Otangelo is full of crap. We've already demonstrated why. We've got witnesses to that effect. That's more than they can say about the Bible. We can say that. So there's witnesses to that. Other than that, let me see. Oh, cool. Get me follow on Twitter. That's very nice. So Little Wolf, What Dreams May Come. That was a good one. I do like that one. I also like Patch Adams was one of my favorites because it just hits you right in the field, just like standing up for the health of people, practicing medicine. I like Patch Adams and Mrs. Doubtfire, one of my faves. So absolutely love Mrs. Doubtfire. My wife and I, we watch it on occasion. So I love that one. Captain Welsh says the Sandman is a call-in. See y'all next time. Have a good one, Captain Welsh. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Apparently, evidence for Andrad. Eric needs to polish his nose. This is true. Good morning, Vietnam. Yes, wrote it in the last name. Good stuff there. I really loved him in God, whoa. I want to make sure I cited correctly. That was Awakenings. I loved him in Awakenings. Him with Robert Duvall. Him and Robert De Niro. Loved him in Awakenings with Robert De Niro. That was a brilliant movie. I loved him in... I've loved him in pretty much everything. I absolutely adored everything that Robin Williams did. Dead Poet Society, Toys was fantastic. Good Will Hunting, his monologue, Good Will Hunting, 1 Hour Photo, The Fisher King, hell yes. Just everything he did. The Angriest Man in the The Angriest Man in the World, or The Angriest Man in Brooklyn? I think it was The Angriest Man in Brooklyn. Yep, that was him when he was just mad as hell. God, just a legendary career. And I miss him terribly. So that would be bad. I had to take a little while to just kind of like, wow, that hit so hard. So yeah, Jumanji. Oh God, yes, Jumanji. Oh, he would have been amazing as Beetlejuice. But then again, Michael Keaton was also pretty damn good. So I think that's good. That's kismet. That's like fortuitous, very fortuitous. They both would have been great, but I like Michael Keaton because he's just got that darkness to him. So man, so yeah, well past that, and we're past that. So so now we've gone through that. The debate is over, the debate is done, and we're past that. So I have a big question for all of you out there before we jump onto pretty much the last thing that I wanted to kind of chat about, which was supposed to be funny, but the death of Bob Saget might have like taken the edge off of that. Because I've got my breakdown at 8:00 where I have to jump on with the guys and we do that. So I wanted to make sure I hit the things I wanted to talk about. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about was, okay, too many things going on. Let's go one at a time. First and foremost, I know that the content that I create, I take my time in creating it. I try to make sure it's as good as possible. It's well written and it's rehearsed and I present it very, very well. That kind of the content I produce takes time because it's just me. I don't have a team working on it, so it's just me, and I want to make sure it's solid. Everything looks good. But I know that it is not the standard for YouTube. That those individuals who do like a video a day, because I do similar work to individuals like Godless Engineer. I think Godless Engineer does really good stuff. That's just not the content I kind of saw like myself doing. It just didn't ring with me. Where it's just me talking like talking head. Here's video. Talking head. Here's video. And I know that that's really, really popular. I could do that kind of content. So my question for the audience, I'm kind of curious. You can let me know in the comments below or in the live chat here. I want to pose this out there. Would y'all like to see that kind of content, or me stay with the content that the content style that I currently have, where I drop a video maybe once a week, drop a creative video maybe once a week or once every other week, where I put as much as I can into it. I know it's not everybody wants that, but I don't, and I know it's not what's popular, but it's kind of like what calls to me and what I want to do on my channel. But I also want to know what you guys like. Which style you prefer? Do you prefer me sticking with my own style? Maybe a little bit more of the quick, just like response stuff, similar to I guess like Godless Engineer or Team Skeptic or any of the others. I'm just curious. Or maybe more debate stuff. I'm kind of trying to get an idea of what you guys want, so it's not just me. So I'm because y'all are my supporters, so I want to make sure I'm working with y'all in that respect and giving you the content that you enjoy. Let me see. Jack Burton says, best Bob Saget line is from Half Baked. Marijuana is not a drug. I used to suck dick for coke. Now that's an addiction. Do you ever suck some dick for some marijuana? No, can't say that I do. no, can't say that I have. Yeah, I didn't think so. Boo this man. Boo him. And I'm addicted to marijuana. Marijuana? You in here for some marijuana? This is some bullshit. I love that dude. It was great. Sir Little Wolf says, I say do what you do now. It sets you apart. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. It's kind of what called to me, just making videos in that style. That seems to be my calling. It seems to be where my wheelhouse is. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Surf. Oh, thank you. I like your style. I like your style. I like the cut of your jib, son. I do. Thank you very much, Surf. I do appreciate that. Cindy wants to just mix it up a bit. Do that. Ooh, John Fabiano says interviews. Maybe. If I can find anybody to interview. Action Squad's current style is fine. I appreciate that. Steamy Caparine says, no, your style sets you apart. I love it that way. If I want another style, I would go somewhere else. Don't change anything. Interesting. Aaron Reed says, I would watch either. Talking heads are quicker, so you might be able to drop them in between more docuseries type of videos. Interesting. And HSB says, Telltale Atheist does it quite smart, and you can tell he loves doing it. That's true. And his style is a little bit different from mine. Just like the reaction, like here's a video, and here's me reacting to it. That just didn't seem to call to me, like to speak to me as far as a content creator. So This is true, Robert Caslow. I could get into tent sales and make a fortune selling him to Greg Locke. Best of Freya says, I like what you're doing. Thank you. I appreciate that. But definitely let me know down in the chat. Well, down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts. But I will keep doing what I'm doing until the it seems like the analytics are playing out, or the algorithm is basically saying you're not doing it right. You need to do something different. So, Today Johnson says, I wish you could do them more often, but you can't do what you do with the in-depth look. I try to. It takes time. It really takes time. So, but I'm glad that it's I'm glad that you guys respond to my style. So yeah, just I will keep doing what I'm doing. So thank you very much. I appreciate that feedback. So I did want to jump into. I'm getting messages. Anthony Vasquez. I'm getting messages too about Bob Saget. Yeah, it's my phone is blowing up. All right. So So the other thing I want to talk about was I kind of wanted to get into, I don't know how many people are watching Dexter, what people's thoughts of the Dexter finale were. I don't know if that series is coming back. I think it was a limited miniseries. But I found that to be pretty interesting. No spoilers here because, there's only about half an hour. There's a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about. So unfortunately, but yeah, the series finale, or I guess the season finale, series finale of the new Dexter, New Blood series. I thought the 10 episodes were amazing. I really enjoyed them. Great story. It felt like going back to like the first couple seasons of Dexter when Dexter was really, really strong. Thank you, Anthony Vasquez. I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy that ended. I'm kind of like sad a little bit because it's like, it's over. It's over and done with. It's kind of a bummer. So, hey, Donnie does that. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Take it easy, John Fabianos. John says it's time for chores. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. So, I kind of enjoyed it. But if you have any thoughts about, the season finale or the series finale of the new Dexter, series, because that just aired today. And then, of course, this is interesting. So I just got a message. Okay. So Feel Jesus in You, who I think some of you may recall from some live streams. Feel Jesus in You and Feel Jesus in You will comment at random in some places. He'll pop up. That person, I don't know who they are. They'll pop up in live chats and just, make random comments. God is this and blah, blah, blah. Just comment and say, no, I have to go to, because I get this, you know how you get the studio notifications before you get the actual channel notifications? There it is, YouTube Studio. So Feel Jesus in You stated, evolution is never done and he proved itself. Even doctors are now saying that evolution is the most dangerous religion in the world today. You think a rock statured to think trillions of years ago. And if we waited, we would, because it's wood with a Y before the L, see it grow wings after being a fish and then lose its wings and turn into a monkey whose kids would give birth to a human. It's, with no apostrophe, as dumb as say that we are being live on a spinning ball. And then in italics, for some reason, the evolution theory is one of the dumbest and most dangerous religion in history of humanity. Dr., all caps, Kent Hovind, 2005. I trust my doctor, not globe-tard Satanist lies. Okay, so this was commented on my mirror, on the mirror of the debate. Let me see here. I did reply to Ken Hovind is not a doctor. He's a cult leader, nothing more. Then Feel Jesus. Wow. Holy crap. We need God's help now. We need to put those who teach education and say a globe exists in hospital fro being insane. Every globe rard insane. Read, all caps, period. Either that or put them in jail for lying. with a Bible and a bed and bread, nothing more. You would benefit from it, harsh but fair. No comma in there. I'm no apostrophe, tired of having to be nice about this. This is truth and people just laugh it off like a joke. Very, don't listen. You don't listen. You only preach glow propaganda and mock me just because you have done better words. Sorry, that was funny. that was funny. Just because you have done better words. I don't have as much. Most globe tarfs, it's tards, but there's an F in there after the R, are weak and soulless. I have no respect for being dumb enough to think we are spinning at 10,000 miles per hour and have a magic because there's an F after the C, light 99 million miles away and mythical gravity making upside down people stick to a ball. The average globetard, spelled it right that time, awaits judgment with apathy. How can they think we live on a spinning ball? It's insane. No apostrophe in it. If they behave, never thought about this, then damn them for their, misspelled their, willful, misspelled willful, ignorance. Society needs a makeover, and the globe has to be destroyed for the name of God to shine through the world and clouds. You would cause darkness, and you likely P-program, 2 M's, with an E, viruses and other things that anti-God globetards love to do. You would cause darkness, and you likely P-program me viruses and other things that anti-God, no hyphen, globetards love to do. So, and then sin, all caps. So wait, I program viruses? I didn't know I had that power. I hate the fact the globers have power and make bad decisions. Bible education for anyone seeking power should be mandatory and enforced with an iron fist. IV can't stand, that was not, IV can't stand what the globatrad world has become blaspheme. Lies, period, comma, hate, comma, fornication with prostitutes everywhere. We need God's help now, all caps. We need to put those who teach education and say a globe exists in re-education camps till they learn the truth. Either that or put them in jail for lying with a Bible and a bed and bread. Repeating themselves there. Nothing more. You would benefit from it. Harsh but fair. So they literally just repeated themselves. They repeated the top. They took the top deal and just repeated down at the bottom. Okay. So yeah. Globatrad. I don't know. So yeah, but that was from Feel Jesus in You, who I've challenged to a debate a number of times, and they refused to debate me. But that was that took a really. You're right. You're very right, Skeptic Dank. This took a fashy turn. It really did. It took a seriously fascist turn. Locking people up into re-education camps to teach them that the Earth is not a globe is kind of scary. Oh, Chris Durham, excellent feedback there. Thank you. Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you for the feedback. I just got some more feedback via Discord, so I appreciate it. And you can always message me on Discord. Everybody can find me in Discord via Week in Horror, so you're more than welcome to message me anytime. So I appreciate that. I try to get to everybody's messages. I really, really do. I get a lot of messages. So, but thank you, Chris Durham. I appreciate that very much. Chris Durham Music Channel. For people who say they know everything, they suck at spelling. This is very, very true. Take it easy, Sean Alexander. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support, member of the Godless Army. Oh, so yeah, so that just kind of came in, just like out of the blue. That was not planned. Before going further, and if you guys go to the mirror, I mirrored the debate over on my channel. You can find those comments there. What was this? So I was kind of pouring through. So the last thing I wanted to chat about was I was pouring through Reddit, and I know I'm already, you guys are already shaking your heads at me. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? But there's interesting stuff on Reddit. I do like it. I just like it, as a source of entertainment. Clive Wells says Otangelo is the 33 of creationism. You know what? Before we dive into what I found on what I came across on Reddit, and what I wanted to kind of interact with you guys on, because it kind of involves me, what you guys have gone through in the past. Who is 33? Oh, interesting facty. Thank you. Interesting. Okay. I appreciate that information. I appreciate that. I have not pinned a comment, but I can. Let me see here. But yeah, I was curious as to who exactly 33 is. This is the second time this is like the third time this name has come up. And I'm really, really curious as to who 33 is. Let's see. If you go to the, you can find it. Like, because you can find it. It's literally like the top comment on there. But yeah, feel Jesus. I don't think I need to pin that one, but it's right up there. 33 is a flirt. Okay, 33 is a numerology obsessed, dumb AF, flat-hard moron with bad manners. Thank you, Marcus Dresden. That explains it. 33 is a flirt moron. Can look on MC Tunes channel. All right, gotcha. Okay, he's a flat earth troll. Oh, thank you, Oki Rain, and good to see you, Oki Rain. Appreciate that. Okay, so hey, some old dude is in the house. Hello to you. Look at you, another member of the Godless Army. I do appreciate you being here, bud. And Chris Durham says he is a conspiracy dipstick. Fantastic. All right. Okay. So yeah. Then I know who 33 is. But so yeah. So what I was going to jump to before my mental train hits another penny in the tracks. Oh, wait a second. Aaron Reese says, did you know that Matt Powell was a problem child until he fell under Kent's influence? He mentored him and took his testimony, which makes me worry for Matt's childhood. I don't know what's going on with in that weird relation, that weird sort of codependency between Hovind and Powell. It's weird. There's something odd about that. Their body language around one another is very strange. So I don't think I know enough. I can only go by what I've been trained on and what, the things to look for that would say, hey, we need to be aware of something. And it's a very weird relationship going on there. Kent is definitely when I say this, I don't mean sexually. Kent is definitely the dominant in the relationship. If you look at when they glance at each other, look at each other, there are many, many times where you can see that Powell is looking to Kent for approval. And you can see the same behavior in pretty much any social animal. And it's weird. So there's definitely a power dynamic there that we do not see on screen. I don't want to speculate any more than that. I'm just going by watching them, watching their videos. I can see that it's kind of it's really, really strange. I don't know what it is, what it entails. I don't know what is behind it. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Honestly, I don't care. If they are boinking, I don't know, but I couldn't say that they are or that they aren't with any kind of certainty. But it's weird. It's definitely a very strange power dynamic. I imagine, this is me imagining, Jack Burton says, let's just say there's some latent tendencies and some grooming. Yeah, it's very, very weird. I wonder if I get in trouble if I made like a Kent Hovind, like deep throating a Dr. Peel emoji. Should I do that? Like, what if I get in trouble for that? Anyway, or maybe the two of them kissing or like together in love. You could put like a little heart emoji with their two faces. Like I did with Daniel Pratt and Darth Dawkins. Yeah, there's some sort of weird psychological stuff going on there, Aaron Reese. I wouldn't want to speculate more unless I had more information. I do have information about Kent just from a person, as like, you know, like by his behavior. And there's, you know, obviously both Johnny and I are involved in investigations into the man that are not, they don't yield good things. Something very, I will simply say this, something very hinky going on at Dinosaur Adventureland. Very, very hinky. I'll just say that, both financially and between the people there. Just say that. Just say that. Flo, Kent's Mr. Peel goes exploring inside Van Powell. Oh God, that's just terrifying. That's a terrifying thought. Jefferson Spatchcock's in the house. Good to see you, Jefferson. Thank you so much for being here. So, the last thing I wanted to jump onto, good point, Chris Durham. I don't want any more information about those two. Yeah, just because you know what you're getting into. You got to wade into that swamp to get more details about the swamp. Question is what you could possibly learn worth getting that dirty? You know, and some will say it is, some will say it's not. I honestly think there's weird improprieties going on there. I can only speculate at this point, but it'll all come out. The truth eventually does. Truth eventually does come out. Someone will turn. But nonetheless, before I do get out of here, I know that a lot of the people, a lot of the members of the Godless Army, those are, and a lot of the people in the live chat, I appreciate you all. Love you all for being here. A lot of you were former Christians, former believers. I don't want to say that everybody used to be a Christian, but but a lot of you are atheists or agnostics. So, what I came across was when I was just kind of like pouring through Reddit was two things. One, and this was in the r/ask Reddit, was atheists of Reddit. What is the dumbest thing a religious person has told you? And the other one was stupid stuff we did when we were religious. So, Robert Caslow, good point. Yes. Robert Caslow didn't know what a tier 3 SO was. Yep. Until Johnny O's video. Yeah. That dude is bad. Is really, really bad. So, sir, to war. Christopher Lee. To war. But yeah, let me see. So let me show this over here real quick. So share screen, Chrome tab. What is the dumbest thing a religious person has told you? And I found this to be really, really interesting. Because we've all been told really, really dumb stuff. Really dumb stuff. Let me see here. Actually, let me do this. There we go. Let's just bump that up a little bit and make sure people can see that. Going to burn it. Yeah, we've all heard that I'm going to burn in hell if I don't start following God. We've all heard that one, that we're going to burn in hell. Let's see. Unemployed Wolf says, my parents always tell me I'm going to burn in hell. There's another burn in hell. I don't see what I'm doing wrong. I only killed 6 people this year. You got to love Reddit. So another burn in hell. Oh. The Logalurgy was sent by God to clean the earth from bad people, and if you believe in God and have no sins, you're safe from the virus. Yeah. Oh, wow. I don't even know how to respond to that. Damn. That's crazy. Skeptic Dank says, an Abrahamic Hindu, weird, trying to tell me that all wars are started by atheists. Wow. Okay. Jefferson Spatchcock says, I was told if I slow dance with a girl, a boner is inevitable. Thus, that denomination bans dancing. Wow, because boners are inevitable. It is inevitable. Thank you, Thanos. It is inevitable. You will get a boner for slow dancing. What is this one? Robert Caslow says, a funny explanation for how 8 people reformulated the earth after the flood. Yeah, that's pretty goofy. Pretty damn goofy. Turing tests never took religion seriously. Some didn't. Face desk. Solarium just face desks. Let me see here. Dancing leads to boners. That's got to be one of the quotes. That's one of the quotes up there for 2021. Dancing leads to boners. Let's continue. Let me see. Did you ask, this God sounds like a real douche. Let me see here. I'm not, who are going to burn in hell. I'm not an atheist, but a Christian got mad at me for, I'm not atheist, but a Christian got mad at me for being a different religion. He kept following me saying I was greedy and only believed in money. I had to push him down. Oh, they had to call him out. Without God, religion, you can't do anything. Homosexuality is a crime. People with tattoos are mentally ill. I have heard the homosexuality is a crime. I've heard that it's a sin against God. It's abomination. I mean, I've had people tell me that I should be put to death for being bisexual. The idea, it was kind of rough that there were some small incidents when I was living back in Texas, long time ago. This is like back in 2001, 2002, when I was with my ex-boyfriend, and there was some stuff because my ex-boyfriend was, I'm a little over 5. I'm like 5'8". I think I'm almost 5'8", just shy of 5'8". And my ex-boyfriend was a black dude who was 6'4". And 6'3", and was half black, half Puerto Rican, half black, half Puerto Rican. And it didn't end well between us because that's just it. But because he's a large black dude, that resulted in a lot of shit. So just dealing, that was some of the crap that I dealt with it. Let me see here. Marcus Dresden says, religious live in the YouTube comment section once told me, enjoy the flames, Marcus. Yeah, they always come down to it. Always. Aaron Reese says, why do Methodists hate sex? Because it might lead to dancing. That's funny. That's funny. Yes, wrote another saying, when you masturbate, Jesus is watching because he's a perv. Dancing leads to boners. Yes. I think that's what Anthony Vasquez is saying. Someone put that on a bumper sticker stat. Ooh, there's a question. Should that be a shirt? Should that be a shirt in the Bridge the Divide Teespring? Dancing leads to boner, quote, Jefferson Spatchcock. Or should it just be that? Let me know. Spatchcock says, also, Darth Dawkins and company suggesting the possibility that no babies were alive during the flood of Noah because God may have closed the wombs of women. Very weird. The lengths they go to, I swear. The lengths that they absolutely go to. Let me see what else we got here. Got the whole homosexuality as a mental sickness. Got that. Didn't help. I was coming out during that time. Made me sad, but I ignored them. Trying to prove that religion is true using the Bible. That's funny. That atheism is a religion since there are people following it. Okay. Okie dokie. I said I believe in the Big Bang and was told that space is fake. Okay. Let me see. I had a conversation with someone where I explained step by step every aspect of the Big Bang without naming it and had them completely agree with me and say that it makes a lot of sense. But then I told them it was called the Big Bang and suddenly it's wrong and stupid and I should stop believing this crap. Pretty much. This person said vaccines are unnatural and God will save your sick child if he so desires it. Wow. So that's a God. Jefferson Spatchcock says, I follow people on Twitter, so I guess that makes me a polytheist. What happens if you follow multiple atheists? Polyatheist? Interesting. I should put that on a shirt. Polyatheist. Action Squad says, all the fundies have his fanfic. This is true. This is absolutely true. I think boners are inevitable would be a better shirt. Thank you, Skeptic Dang. What do you think, guys? Okay, let me know. Let me know either in the live chat or let me know down in the comment section. But boners are inevitable or dancing leads to boners. I'm kind of curious which one is more popular. Mflo says, my D is a religion because a few girls want it. There you go. There you go. Yes, wrote it in the last name. Apparently saving kids is God's game of duck, duck, goose, which is pretty freaking crappy. That's pretty damn crappy. That's a crappy God. Let me see here. Number one, that the devil has blinded me and I will rot in hell. Damn, said by my mom. Ouch. Number two, that I was so sinful and selfish that God has given up on me. I was like 13 or 14 at this time and never done drugs. I was a virgin and was just overall a good person. Said by someone at my mom's church. Ouch. Being gay or any other sexuality that's not straight means that you're the devil's whore and will burn in hell. Also said by someone at my mom's church. Lovely memories. That's awful. That those who can be convinced of absurdities can be convinced to commit atrocities. Yeah. What Anthony Vasquez says, what would you call someone who loves more than one atheist? Polyamortheist? All boners are inevitable through dancing. Dancing leads to boners is the better takeaway. I do like that one. Dancing leads to boners. Either it's got to be maybe not a shirt, maybe on like a mug, like a coffee mug. You can take it to work. Dancing leads to boners. I fucking love it. Jefferson, you are legend. Oh, let's see. My favorite, this person says, my favorite is when God wants my money for a bigger house. Why? What does God need with Starship? God loves you. Doesn't fucking feel like it. It's true. Let me see here. Let me see. As an atheist myself, I believe you can still be disrespectful towards people's beliefs. Seems kind of harsh to say they are automatically considered dumb. Yeah. This person says, I've been told so much stupid shit that it's all blurred together and I can't remember any one quote at this moment. Very true. God is forgiving. That's why he punishes you in hell. Okay. Let's see. A woman can't raise kids properly if she's had sex before marriage. It was over 10 years ago, and I still don't understand how those things are even related. Like I said, the shit that comes out of these people's mouths to justify their belief system. It's really, like I said, and I found out recently that the Voltaire quote isn't precisely those who can, those who can be convinced, or those who can convince you to commit, or those who can convince you to believe absurdities can convince you to commit atrocities. It's kind of like that. The original quote in French is a little bit different, but it can still be attributed to Voltaire. The idea is still Voltaire's. Luckily, my family is atheist, slightly Christian, so they're not blind because of religion. Let's see. That you can't be this is good. You can't be a good person without God. If you're only good because Magic Skydad will punish you, you aren't a good person. Oh, yeah. You can't be a good person without God. Yes, that's another big one. That morality is like hinges on the existence of a God. That without God, we're all a bunch of like amoral psychopaths. And that's scary because that leads to some really frightening realities about people. Because if you take their God away from them, in their minds, there's no reason to not be good anymore. That is fucking terrifying. I'm a good person and I have no God. It's because I have empathy. It's because we have empathy. That's what it is. And the fact that there are people out there who are literally saying like, I'm not bad because God exists and I don't want to go to hell. Well, if it was demonstrated to you that there was no God, you would just go run around like, and I've heard some people say, yeah, they would just go around murdering and raping people. That's insane. But, what are you going to do? Let's see. Let's take a look at this last one. Is it that if you repent, God forgives you of all sins, you go to heaven? No way I can comprehend that. Like all sins are equal. Yeah, that's a good point. Let me see. That's a long one. Let's see. The dumbest thing I ever seen from a religious person was the following quote. In trying to disparage the use of common sense, as he put it, this is what he wrote. Jesus is what's left after all a person's common sense has failed them. Uh, that's hilarious. Oh, that is too funny. That's a funny one. Jesus is what's left after all a person's common sense has failed them. Yeah, like what? that deserves that meme. What? And then, of course, I'm gonna close this one out with this bottom one. My father filmed a rainbow, and a nun told him that a rainbow is God's work and can't be filmed. Yep. So this is a source of oh, and the very last one. Those of you who believe in God are safe from COVID-19, and you can't get the virus if you have the Holy Communion, which is people eating a spoon of wine and bread, and they all share that spoon. Yes, precisely. That's the twisted thing. That's the very twisted. It's Anthony Vasquez. God is a First Amendment auditor. Very true. Marcus Dresden's got the best response. What? Just the perfect response. Yeah, that was good. And the other thing that I wanted to jump on, and I know I'm gonna have to go here shortly, is stupid stuff that we did when we were religious. So I'm curious to hear about that. I'd love to be able to do a comments video. I think that would be fun to do a comments video, maybe a comment like looking at comments live. I'd love to hear the stupid stuff that you did when you were religious. I did stupid stuff when I was religious. I did crap like tell people they were going to go to hell. I tell people that they just needed to believe, that they needed to, that that science was trying to pull them away. I used all the same crap myself. And I'm kind of curious what you did, because in this Reddit one, and we may have to look at this another time, but yeah, I'd like to know what you guys, if you ever did anything dumb when you were religious, or any, if you remember that stuff, I'd love to hear about it. I really would. So definitely let me know down in the comments below. So, all right. So this has been an awesome time. This has been fantastic. I'm going to have to bug out here shortly. So let me go ahead and, yes, Mr. Andret, join religion, leave your brain at the door. Absolutely. So, I guess we'll just close it up here. So what have I got going on right now? Oh, I got a message from somebody. So, oh, that's wild, Sir Little Wolf. That's just crazy. That's not good. That's not good. That's not nice at all. That's just bad. All right. So that's insane. Yeah, things we do. All right. So wrapping up, let's see what we got here. Yeah, let's see. There's always announced there's a comments question at the top of the video, so people will know to stick around. Oh, okay. And I can also put that in the description as well. But yeah, I'm still going to figure it out. But I appreciate it. Thank you, Aaron Reese, for letting me know. I appreciate that. So as far as it goes, going on this week, because I have all my shit planned. Pretty much, we got the next episode of Week in Horror coming up. That's Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time, and look forward to seeing everybody there. Especially because I think I got my hands on a pretty cool trivia prize this time around. Much cooler than something from the store. So I look forward to seeing everybody there. As usual, I'm currently working on another video, and I'm about to wrap up completely and done. It's taken forever. My Christianity is a Cult 4-part series. I'm going to schedule that out. You'll see them drop probably 1 week at a time. It's in depth, it's intense, and I want to make sure I nail it. And there's a lot of detail and info in there that I have to be really cool about. So, in order to I say really not cool, really concise about. So, in order to get that information across, so look forward to that dropping here pretty soon. And of course, that's pretty much it. So yeah, a giant, huge. Oh yeah, you'll probably catch me on a couple of other live streams. I don't know when my next debate is going to be. I don't know if anybody's going to want to debate me. I have no idea. I don't know. I definitely won't be Otangelo. It definitely will not be Eric, will not be Otangelo, will not be Nephilim Free, and will not be Darth Dawkins. So it won't be those four. Those four refuse to debate my ass. So that's pretty much it. So I don't know who else there is. There may be some big ones coming along the lines on SE Tune. I don't know. But I guess we'll find out. So I want to thank everybody for coming out here. Had some awesome numbers as far as the live stream. I love you all. Thank you all so much. Be sure to smash that like button on the way out. A huge, giant thank you to every one of the super chats and every member of the Godless Army. And then just to close that out, you too can become a member of the Godless Army and support the channel. It is 99 cents a month because that's about how much I value my content. And you can join and get access to the channel badge and with the Expanding Mind badge for the longer you're with the channel. And of course, all of the cool emojis that I make for you. So for 99 cents a month, you too can join the channel and join the Godless Army and have access to all those cool emojis and, let Otangelo cry whenever he is around. So whenever he pops into the chat. And I've got more created. I just, I can't wait to drop up. The Hovind in Jail is the latest one. So I hope you all enjoy those. Thank you all so much for coming. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you. We're going to kick off 2022, and it's going to be awesome. I hope it is amazing for each and every one of you. Remember, and I want to give this out, Jefferson Spatchcock is in the channel. He does amazing work. His streams are incredible. Be sure to go over there and subscribe to him. I think he is so close to 1,000 subs. I want to make sure that I can do what I can to help him get there. Let me double check his deal. Jefferson Spatchcock is at 813 subs. Now, I know we don't have that many people here in the chat, but definitely if you haven't, jump over to Jefferson Spatchcock. His link, the link to that is in the chat as of now. So you can jump over there and check out his channel. I think that y'all will love the stuff he does, the reaction videos and the discussions he does regarding a lot of theist comments, especially like Jay Robin and Darth Dawkins and a number of others. A brand new member. Thank you so much. Arian Rod. But thank you so much. New member of the Godless Army. Enjoy your channel badge and, of course, all of the emojis I've created for you. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for being a new member of the Godless Army. Oh, well, welcome. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Definitely check out Jefferson Spatchcock. Go check him out. Definitely check out J Mike stuff. J Mike is an amazing interlocutor. You can look him up on YouTube. You can find him really easily. I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thank you for hanging out with me and making this an awesome Sunday evening. And the first one for 2022. Let's make it an awesome year. Let's make it a year for rationality, reason, and education, and, of course, entertainment, health, and happiness to all of you. As always, be safe, be excellent to each other, and together we can bridge the divide.